Then he go, I think, to use the toilet. He go and pee. He came out of the toilet. He saw there was something moving behind the curtains. Something dark moving. And we are
not live.
Oh, the far sound come out again.
Yeah. Yeah, the throat a bit dry. I haven't drinking enough water, that's why.
Yeah.
Unintentional far sound, that one.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. It is the 13th of the month, and that month is December.
Yeah.
We are approaching the big holiday season, so there's going to be Christmas, there's going to be New Year's, whole lot of celebrating, whole lot of eating, and a whole lot of you are going to be on vacation.
Yeah.
It's been a great year for us here at HANTU. Lots of ghost stories, lots of me being scared.
Yep.
A little bit of me being brave. Quite proud of myself.
Yeah. Quoted by far.
Quoted by far, yes. And as I noticed a couple of the comments so in some of our videos went, well done, Wayne. I was like, what's the well done mean? Well done, he didn't shit his pants. Okay lah, can lah, I'll take it lah. So we wanted to have a dead air episode that fit the theme of the season. We're sure some of you are going to be traveling during this month. Some of you might already be on your vacation. In which case, we appreciate you watching this while you're on vacation. I'm not going to complain, but clearly your vacation destination quite boring.
No. We are too interesting.
Oh, yes. Look at this man.
You need like, or maybe you're on a road trip, right? Then you're like, I need some ghost stories. Then, we got you, fam.
I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be listening to us while you're driving, because you'll be so focused on us that you won't pay attention to the road. Unless, even though this is not the Haunted Highways episode, unless you're driving on Karak Highway.
I think that would be a good listen.
Yeah. So for this episode, we're going to look at some supposedly haunted hotels to fit the idea of everybody going on vacation. Again, we want to stress that all these hotels are supposedly haunted. Because the last thing we want is to get blamed for a dip in bookings at any of these places.
Before we begin, right, I want to just ask, including you, like, would you stay in a haunted hotel, but then the price is like super good? Like, for example, like they have like a 70% off. So like maybe the hotel is like in a very good area, and then it's like 70% off. So you're saving like a lot, like maybe $50.
Okay. Hang on. In the interest of me being a little bit more brave, and that shall be my New Year's resolution, to be a bit more brave. How creepy is the hotel room? Confirm haunted.
Yeah.
But how creepy does it look?
Genting creepy.
Okay, I'm not at the level yet. I will say no. However, if you tell me it's a 5-star hotel, a room very nice one, but confirm haunted, then I will take it.
Wow.
You tell me like 5-star hotel. If you tell me confirm haunted, but like presidential suite, right, I'll even do it at 50% off.
I don't know, for me, right, is the smaller the hotel room is, the better.
Yeah, because you can see, right?
Yeah. It also is kind of like a bad thing lah. Like you have direct access to the spirits lah. Got
direct access, but then also I figure if I'm going to kind of haunted, at the very least, right?
You want to see where it is.
I want to see where it is. My consolation also is the bathtub very big.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I want to enjoy my day before my night gets terrifying.
Yeah, but like if you, logically speaking, right, most of the time when a hotel is haunted is usually somebody, unalive themselves. So I would imagine the presidential suite to be more haunted because people like to unalive themselves in a very comfortable place. Like especially ones with a lot of celebrities that go and off themselves. So that I will avoid that. First of all, like because the wallet, painful. Second,
No, but if you get like 70% off at presidential.
Screw that. No. Okay, so my
free?
No.
Wow.
Well, I'm not a very trusting person. So like if you give me something free, I'll be like, what's the what's the catch? Huh? What do you want from me? Is the place haunted or not?
No, but if they tell you it's haunted.
Oh, then screw that. Unless I'm doing for Tales from Incredible Tales or Walk of Courage, then yes, I will do it. But if it's for HANTU only,
I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Any of the hotels we mentioned here, again, we're saying you're only supposedly haunted. We're not confirming anything. We're not like,
whatever's online is online, okay?
Whatever's online is online.
Okay, so let's start talking about the precautions that we should take when staying at hotels. These are some of the ones that I remember, and also I heard from other horror shows or online. So the very standard one is knock the door before you enter, because you're letting the spirits know that you're here to stay. You can take it to another level by saying something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm here to stay for a few days. Please pardon me," or say some auspicious words like "Hua." I've seen people who say,
"Oh, really?"
Yeah, my friends, like it's a little bit weird lah. But for me, usually I just knock, then I open the door, and then there's the second part is very important. You open the door, you don't enter. You open the door, open it, then you have a space for it to exit. So that's something that I've learned over the years.
Okay.
Then of course, switch on all the lights as soon as you enter the room. Don't be like me, straight away go and jump to the bed. That was my very first haunting I experienced at 14 years old. When you go to bed, never ever leave the light in the toilet on. Must always switch it off, so that the spirits will have a place to hide. Because if you leave it on, then you cannot sleep. They're also tired. Then they're angry, or then they'll start messing around with you. But there's two schools of thoughts. Some people say leave it on, but more people say leave it off, because they need a dark place to hide, which is the toilet.
What's the reasoning behind leaving it on?
So that it's not as scary. But there's like, bro, you can like just leave your laptop light on or something like that. There's always something that has light. You don't need the toilet light. And come on like if you're an adult staying in a hotel room, you still need light, bro. I feel like that's the least of your concerns. The first main concern is bed bugs, bro. That is usually the first thing on my mind. Okay.
Now I'm really scared.
And if you're traveling alone, you have two beds, right? Then you don't want to leave the other bed empty, as in it's all empty, so that maybe the spirits can sleep with you. So usually what I would do is I will put my bag on it, put some clothes that I'm going to wear the next day on it. I will never leave it alone.
I did this. So the last time we went to Bangkok, right?
Oh yeah.
I did this.
Yeah.
But not consciously doing it. So one bed was my sleeping bed. The other bed was watch wrestling bed. So my laptop was on there.
Yeah, I remember we watched wrestling in Bangkok. Good times.
Good times.
Okay, so then before you... And actually this should be one of the first things that you do when you enter the room, is to go into the toilet and flush it. This lets the spirit know that, there's somebody in the room, or like some people they feel like, you flush the toilet, because the toilet is like that, right? Yeah. It's called 转印. Like you're changing the feng shui aura of that place, because it's like a circle. I don't know how true that is, but I still flush, or not because of the ghost thing. It's more like
hygiene.
Yeah. Because usually, right, when they clean the toilet, it's not very thorough one. It's just a little bit okay, I cannot see the stains. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
But the feng shui one, I find that one a little bit difficult to believe.
Yeah.
Just because if you you do that every time the feng shui change, right? Then every time you lie outside, then how?
Yeah lah.
Your whole room feng shui change every single time.
No lah, it's I don't know lah. I honestly I don't know where it came from. It's just something that some people say. Also,
apparently in Australia, the toilet, when you flush, right, the water go the other direction.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a gravity thing, right? When it's down under. Right?
There's a reason for it. I can't remember what the reason is, but then like that, Australian feng shui all completely off one.
Yeah, they go by the other way. Go by the other way. Okay, so that it gets more and more extreme. They say when you sleep, preferably if you have a slipper or a shoe, it works also lah. If you have high heels, then a bit tough lah. But like slipper or shoe, you put one facing up and one facing down. It signifies victory in feng shui lah, and in Chinese belief, or we call the Shen Bei lah. It means that it's on a righteous path or something lah. That one I've done it, but then I'm like, actually very ugly. Then I put the shoe properly.
So it's only one pair. If say there's two of us inside the room.
Oh, then both ah.
Both ah.
Yeah, one per person ah.
Does it have to be your shoe? Can you take the bedroom slipper inside the
hotel? Apparently it cannot, because it's supposed to be something that if you want. Because the bedroom slipper sometimes you don't even wear it. So I don't know. This one is it's a bit out there. I done it once and I'm like, hey, very ugly. So I go and put it back. Apparently it applies to your house also. So they say that if your shoe is too, how to say, like too neat, the ghost can wear your shoe and then you can get cursed by a ghost. So your shoe should be messy. Then I'm like, whoever made this up, right, is a fucking like a lazy person, you know. Like my shoe is so lazy, right? And my shoe is so messy is because I don't want the ghost to go and wear my shoe. And then the last one. This one is really out there. This one I saw on TikTok. This is really out there. They say that if you're having bad dreams or hearing weird noises at night in that particular hotel room, they say that you get a cup of water and then you play prayers of your faith lah. It can be any faith lah. I'm sure there's prayers on YouTube. They just play right beside the water. Apparently it will bless it and turn it into holy water. I don't know if this is true. Spiritual Masters, Chitong, if you're watching this video, please let me know if it's true. And then you can use the same water to start, blessing the place lah, as you would normally with holy water. But we've also heard that by playing prayers, when there's nobody around, it sort of attracts the spirit because they do want to get some enlightenment to follow the light. So your mileage might vary.
So when we were writing the script for this, like Carl sent me, I did some research and got like some of it on, and Carl sent me the rest. And Carl sent me this one. No joke, when I saw this, right, pushed my chair back, stand up and went, what the F?
Yeah. Bro, like it is really out there. And the guy, like on the TikTok, he actually show you how he did it. Like step by step, like a tutorial. Then he said, oh, my girlfriend had like a nightmare. I think it was a Malaysian guy. He said, my girlfriend had a nightmare. Then like, this is what you should do. Then I'm like, oh, the nightmare is gone. I'm like, it's almost like, how to do it kind of order.
Chop. Got step by step guide. I thought it's just basically you play the prayers, put it next to your cup, then swallow already.
No. As in like he filmed the whole process.
Oh, champion.
Yeah, and he made it into a tutorial. Okay, so I generally think that it is already creepy to be playing anything religious in a hotel room. Like for example, like if you go into a hotel room, they say, right, when you see there's a Bible that's open, change the room, right? So why would you play the song? Then later all comes.
That's right. Bad enough you got the book open, then you want to play the audio book.
Yeah, screw that, bro. I'm not gonna follow. So for me is knocking, flush the toilet, and knocking, say some like, okay, pardon me, in my heart lah. Then after that, flush the toilet, and that's it. Yeah. For
me, it's just the knocking.
Yeah.
The flush toilet one is.
I think knocking is quite quite there already.
It's like your basic one.
Do you still know when you go to like Europe and Americas?
Okay. No. Okay. It's hard for me to gauge because I haven't been to like
the recent one, the UK one. Did you knock?
I didn't knock. But here's the thing: that one's slightly different because that one was at a cottage. So essentially, it was my house for 1 month.
Yeah lah, but when it's not in use, it's empty. What?
Also, I feel slightly confident even though I didn't knock because okay lah. Now it's. We're veering out of Southeast Asia just for a second because that cottage is so old that around the cottage there were markers that were carved like don't know how many hundreds of years ago that supposedly repel witches. And I figure if you're going to worry about anything in the UK, in this particular town, it's probably going to be witches lah. So okay lah.
But inside yeah lah. The repel is outside.
But it's inside. So it's inside, so they cannot come inside.
Oh,
so it's like the inside protected.
Oh,
yeah lah. So okay lah. I never knocked.
I would even if I go America, I would.
No, I was about to say because I haven't been like. I think for some reason, right, this conversation about knocking on doors, right, we'll talk about it in passing before, and I'll always forget because it was such a small thing. But I think ever since you and I started traveling more for HANTU, right, it's been stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So I think now, even if whichever country I go to, I will knock on the door. Yeah. I've gotten into the habit of it already.
Yeah, even for me, like me with when we went over, our director of photography for Tales, we went over to France to do the Paralympics, right? He also knocked. We both knocked, bro. But their hotel really look like from The Shining. Oh fuck, it's creepy.
Lebu.
Yeah, Lebu. From the outside it looks damn modern, but you go inside the room, nah be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I noticed a lot of hotels like that. Outside is like they refurbish the whole thing, then you go inside. Then
yeah, it's like almost the budget they spend on the outside, then the inside like shits. Yeah,
you know what they spend the budget on? Not? Good photography.
Yeah, fair
fool you.
Fair enough.
But I will say also my last thing to say about this last point of blessing the water. The second thing I thought after WTF was I just imagining like all these religious figures like priests and monks and all that reading this and going, hey, I'm a joke to you. You think I go and then like study and train and all this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then you just anyhow play YouTube playlists, then can bless water, man.
Yeah. I don't know, like I mean, like going into an empty space with prayers, right? It's just very creepy.
It is very creepy. There's not one religion where the prayers doesn't sound creepy to me.
I do. Like recently, we just prayed to my every year we do this like our relatives like that passed on. Then they have the death anniversary. We will pray lah. So my ancestral tablet at my parents' place hosts my grandmother, my grandfather, and my great grandmother. So this year we were praying for my grandfather, right? And then like my dad was out, but he prepped everything already. Like so, there's the table with all the offerings, the kim chua, in the parents' place. Then he left, but I have keys to his apartment. So he left the fucking Buddhist chant on. When I opened the door, like, nah, wait. I'm like, okay. I grew up in this house, so I'm generally not scared. But that was fucking creepy, bro.
I don't know, man.
Imagine you open the door, nah, more. Walao,
different religion, our family. But honestly, if I walk into my parents' house and I hear prayers, right, I'm like, okay.
Like from the religion that you were raised,
yeah.
you also feel
same.
Weird, right?
No, but that's okay. So
and it's empty, you know.
Here's the thing. Maybe we're not the most holy of people, lah.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that older people, when they are sick, when they're on the deathbed, they do listen to prayers?
Dude, that is the creepy part.
Good point.
That's what is creepy.
Good point.
That's what is creepy. Okay, I've noticed, like I've been to hospice, and it's always playing. Like they got different room. You walk past, you can hear.
Yeah.
This end of life. I mean, I get it. I get it. But as someone who is of the living, right, you will feel damn creeped out. Like, oh god damn, man. Like, even though it is very, and then some of them, right, they play the speaker until the speaker a bit distorted already. Then it sounds weird. And apparently, according to certain practitioners, they say that when it's distorted, right, you should change it because it becomes eerie. And then when it becomes eerie, you start to attract things that are not human, entities that are not human, which is bad. So then I saw that, then I was like, okay lah. Then I lit an incense, I pray, I open up the windows, or I on the light, I on TV, I sit there chill, because I had to open up the house for the relatives to come and pray, But yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Wouldn't recommend that.
Just suggestion out there to people who I know caregiving is very difficult. I completely understand. But if your loved one's speaker, the Bluetooth a bit cock up, right? Maybe buy them new one.
Yeah. Just change.
It just sounds nicer also.
Yeah, just change. Okay, we move.
We're gonna go to the actual hotels now.
Let's do it. Okay, you do the first one. The second one, I got story.
Your story, Okay lah. I don't mind starting the first one because the first one, quite frankly, very fitting.
Yep.
Because we want to talk about first world hotel.
First world problem.
First world, I literally was about to say it. It's a good thing you say the first class. I'm going to be like, first world problems in Malaysia's Genting Highlands.
Okay.
Yes. First world hotel in Malaysia's Genting Highlands. Genting.
Oh no!
It slipped my mind for a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all my Malaysian friends. Okay, I've made fun of the way Singaporeans say it so often that I cocked up my head. Genting.
Come on, bro. This
come on. Genting. So now I'm gonna say it every time. I was like, Genting itself has many ghost stories of gamblers losing money and taking their own lives. But First World holds the distinction as being the most famous part of Genting itself.
Yeah.
So guests have claimed to seen ghosts, including mischievous child spirits. They've heard eerie sounds at night. Some say they've been pinned down to their beds, and not in a sexy way, by unseen forces. Apparently, one guest's voice changed into someone else's in what I can only assume is a possession, and not just far trying to tell stories. There are even certain rooms that can never be occupied because anyone who stays in them will fall ill after their stay. In fact, and this I did not know, the lift supposedly skips the entire 21st floor, possibly because that floor is just filled with the supposedly cursed rooms. I did not know that one.
Hey, is the First World Hotel, is it the largest hotel in the world? I know Genting has one hotel that
I think
that has the most room one.
Yeah, it's
Let me fact check this.
8,000 square feet or something like that. Yeah, I think it is the...
It's first one,
It's first one, right?
It's 7,351 rooms.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think most of it the HANTU use.
I mean,
God
okay.
damn. Okay.
If you've got
no wonder it's creepy.
If you've got that many rooms, right, you leave one floor for... Okay, wait. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not that they're cursed. Maybe what they did is they purposely left one floor just for the HANTU.
Fair. Okay, so we let's dive into it, right? We briefly talked about this on our haunted highways episode where we talk about Karak, right?
Yeah.
It's linked, right? Because it's linked.
Yeah.
Genting Highlands itself, like there may be some mystical force at work because of the mountain lah. Mountain spirits, demons, whatever, entities lah. The place itself already Garas already.
I mean, fucking misty and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect zone for HANTUs. And also like there are rumors that some of the operators of the casino they actually hire bomo and spiritual practitioners to do black magic to attract people. And supposedly some of the casinos there's a reverse pakwa, a reverse version of a pakwa, where you go inside, your money gets sucked.
Hang on. What's okay? So the bakwa is the
pakwa.
Pakwa is the shape, right?
It's the octagon shape lah.
How do you reverse that?
Okay, not literally reverse. Like maybe the energy is reversed. Instead of repelling it sucks.
Okay.
So because traditionally it's supposed to repel evil, right? So this one sucks well from you. And then of course there's the toyo that they use, the kumantongs. Then supposedly they also channel the spirits of the deceased people who died there. They turn them into working people, which is like quite fucked up. It is true that there is a lot of unalive incidents there. Unfortunately, when you're younger, you tend to look for really gore images. So there was one Facebook page that I followed many years ago, at least a good 15 years ago. I saw a photo of someone, unalive themselves in one of the hotels, and it was inside the wardrobe. Really, I had nightmares after that. I saw the photo. Wow, I was like, how is this on Facebook? Like, come on, man, it's not even censored. And this is like 2010, so I don't know. Some of my group friends also have some things happen to them. 8 people actually experienced that.
Basket. Had to be 8 people, right?
8 people that experienced that.
Like I think not 4.
That story. That was really creepy. Yeah.
Did we do this for an episode of Ghost Traps?
I think we.
This sounds familiar.
I think we did. Okay. So I'm going to share the story. So this happened to 2 of my close friends from secondary school. So we've been friends for almost 20 years now. They went to Genting. I think this was maybe 2015, around there. Then I didn't go, but there were 8 of them. And I think it was First World Hotel. Then they rented 2 rooms there's adjoining, so they can open the middle part. When they reached there, they didn't feel anything weird, but they were, when you're young adults, you just don't sleep one. So you just hang out with friends. So a lot of them were in the other room, on the right side, the right room. Then they were just hanging out. And then the left room was just to put their stuff. They weren't intending to sleep anyway. Then they were like taking turns to shower. So as they showered, right, they realized that we are all guys. But why is there long hair in the drain? That was one of the weird thing. And then it escalated. So actually quite fast. Then they started getting phone calls on the room on the left, which is mostly empty. And then they would answer, but there would be no one or static. So it keep happening, And then as it happened, right, then they will be uneasy already. Like, okay, maybe is something that is not normal. So they moved to the right side. But there were 8 of them, so there was nothing to be scared, ma. Okay? So
as long as you can run faster than at least one person.
as long as you can be together, right?
Yeah.
And then the doorbell started. This is a classic Genting story. Doorbell started. Then they see nothing, nobody. So then they got fed up. They called They called the front desk. Hey, you all keep calling us, is it? They say, no, we never call you. It's like, but then we keep receiving phone call from somewhere. They said, no, it's not us. Then they just left it as that. Okay, fine. Then they continued receiving the doorbell. Then at one point, one of the braver guys, they go and open the door, which is a mistake lah. You shouldn't do that. Open the door, nothing. They're like, okay, screw that. We're gonna continue playing our games on the right side. So they all went to the right side. Then there was one guy. I think he's a bit unlucky one lah. Then he go, I think, to use the toilet. He go and pee. He came out of the toilet. He saw there was something moving behind the curtains. Something dark moving. And then he was like, hey, what's this, yeah? So he go and call one of the guys. Then the guy saw, I think they took a photo. If I'm not wrong, I think they took a photo. I think they got show me the photo. Then they go and see. There was something black moving behind the curtains. And the curtains they were drawn. So beyond the curtain is the window already, ma. So I don't think there's any balcony for that room. And they were like, what the hell is this? So it kept moving. And then more and more people go and see. So when they saw, it's like a full-blown entity moved up. It was a shadowy thing. They said that it had it kind of looked like a spider. It was big. Then it moved up towards the corner of the room on top of the curtain. So you see this curtain, right? Imagine on top by the corner. And then it was just looking at them. But the weird thing is full black. There's no face, but then they can feel that it was looking at them. And then they all noped out there. All one by one run out of the room. Everybody just left whatever's there. Then they just ran down. All 8 of them piled into the elevator and went down. And this was like 2 a.m. Nobody wanted to return to the room. Nobody wanted to go to the casino. They just sat in the lobby and then just waited until the day break. And then when day broke, they went up to get their stuff and then they left.
I mean, you say it's like shaped like a spider, right?
Yeah, bro. Like I think I got see the photo. It was so long ago when they showed me. It was, and 2015, maybe your phone not as good lah. I saw the photo. I think it was very grainy. Then I was like, hey, you still got time to take photo? You think what? This is zoo?
No, but that's the thing. Look, the best case scenario is still terrible.
Yeah.
So okay lah, no hantu maybe poisonous spider.
Bro, life size, bro.
Maybe a very big poisonous spider. But that's the thing.
But it had no face.
I'm not expert at spiders, despite my love for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Even if that is you, even if that is true, right? You got giant ass spider with no face, right?
Yeah.
Already scary enough.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I would imagine, like, you can imagine. Whoa, then he go and call the guy. Then the guy go and see. He go and call that. All 8 of them go and see. Then they really got something. Then they faster zao. It's like, it's insane, Because normally if you tell me, oh, okay, maybe one person experienced, then the other person never experienced, then you can like chalk it up to, okay, maybe this is like you're tired or you're imagining things. But 8 of them seeing it.
This one spectator spot already.
Bro, this is like next levels. Yeah. This was the spirit telling them that, come on, all 8 of you can see me. That means I'm powerful enough to conjure that shit.
Ta-da!
And I can knock the door, I can call phone, I can do so many things. I'm very powerful. So what are you going to do?
Multitask.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Don't play. I can't think of one, but is there a Southeast Asian entity that resembles a spider?
I would say it would be more of the Chinese mythology, the 蜘蛛精, the spider demon. So the spider demon is told in the Journey to the West. So the monkey god, Sun Wukong, he actually fought one of them. It can be said it's quite a common demon, like a lesser demon. So it usually takes the form of a beautiful woman. It will tend to attract men, and then it will kill them and suck their soul. So that's what he wanted to do to Sun Wukong's master, and then Sun Wukong beat the shit out of it and killed it. So it could be that, or it could be some entity that just conjured into a spider. But definitely is something that is not from this world, I feel.
The monkey god, when he killed the spider demon, did he use one giant newspaper?
No lah, bro. He used his Jinkubang. His monkey king bar.
Oh, okay,
his weapon, that thing that can shrink and Yeah.
Just the idea of a shadow behind a curtain already. That's
Yeah. Have you stayed in Genting before?
never.
Never? Really?
Never.
Oh, nice.
Never.
Yeah, look forward to the day we go Genting. For tales from Tales.
Just we're spitballing these ideas out there. This is not like a confirmation. or
Yeah,
anything.
this is all confirmation, okay? Confirmation should come from Mediacorp, not from us.
This is us throwing it out into the universe just in case Danny's watching and then he goes,
No, what if, right, there is like a whole bunch of entities like, okay, let's make it happen. I want to see them go to Genting.
do they get producer credit?
I know. Maybe they do. They get appearance, but we cannot see them.
As long as we don't have to pay for appearance fee, I think okay lah. Budget's all, we have to be very meticulous.
Actually, I would think that it would be very interesting for Art to be at Genting. I wonder what he would say, yeah.
Hey, our walk of courage for Changi already out lah. I think let's not do that to the man.
It's quite no. I don't force anyone to do anything that is they are not comfortable with. Like for example, Golden Mile Tower, I was supposed to do it, but he said I'm not comfortable because there were things that happened after the shoot lah. So then we say okay lah, then it's okay, then you go home and rest lor. So yeah, we don't force people to do things that they are not comfortable. If Wayne tell me like I super uncomfortable, I will say okay, then never mind, then don't do. We have never forced anyone to do things that they are not comfortable with. Yeah. Nakia, for example, is super comfortable. Oh, walao way.
At this point in time, right, I think if anybody's gonna feel discomfort around Nakia, it's not gonna be her. It's gonna be us.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I think, in all fairness, though, when we do the walk of courage at Golden Mile, right, I think she was not uncomfortable but disappointed, because it was me, not Art, that walked with her.
Yeah. It was supposed to be her and Art, actually.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, Nakia. And at least we had a fun time, or at least it seemed like a fun time after.
Okay.
Yes. Number two.
This one I'm very familiar with because
really? Okay.
every year I go Bangkok at least twice. Because half Thai, right? Bayok Sky Hotel in Bangkok, and I always, including the time when we stayed in Bangkok, our hotel is in walking distance to that place. It's that tall tower looking shit. That's Bayok Sky, the one with the screen one. That's Bayok Sky.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking haunted. So it has
supposedly.
So Bayok Sky Hotel in Bangkok has a reputation with the locals for it being haunted. In 2012, 3 billboard installers lost their life when they fell from the suspended platform at the 69th floor of Bayok Tower 2. From then on, people have, supposedly seen like shadows by the windows and heard weird noises in the middle of the night. Some even claim that the items moved by themselves, while others says that the television were haunted and possessed, with the volumes changing suddenly by itself. But even though they didn't see or hear anything, guests have said that they felt like a very unsettling presence when staying at the hotel, which a lot of them believe that they were the spirits of the billboard installers watching them lah. Yeah. Wow.
You said you got a story about this place?
Not a direct haunting lah. But so my family is spiritually, we are quite sensitive, right? My sister more or less, I think, has the third eye lah. I'll leave it as that.
I would like to believe that every time your sister watches the episode, she'll be like, can you shut up and stop telling them or not?
But she keep telling me ghost stories, like her own experience. I cannot, sia. Like she keep telling me, I saw this. Then I'm like, what the fuck you tell me, sia?
She's not helping her cause lah.
Yeah. Well, I love you, sis. But my mom also has the third eye. So luckily, I don't have it, which is
the knock.
Thank God. This one wood very big. Yeah. But my mom, I think this was like maybe 2 years ago when we went on a family trip to Bangkok, and then we went back to my mom's village in Chiang Rai. Then we had a pit stop in Bangkok. My mom said, hey, you want to stay this on Bayok Sky? We always stay here, very nice. Then I'm like, fuck that, no. At that point, I already know this place haunted already. And the way I have a keen sense of things, I see this one haunted. Then we stayed in the hotel that we stayed in, that the one that I brought you to.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that one.
okay.
Just right next to you, can walk only, 5 minute walk. Then Biosky Hotel is very nice location because around there got like the night markets and like the morning market also very, 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 very popular one.
Yeah.
But that place though gave me the vibe. It gave me the Sky Tower equivalent vibes of Golden Mount Complex. Very dark, 80s, brutalist kind of feel. And I think brutalist buildings, they tend to have that feeling. And it's so tall. In the middle of everywhere, it's the tallest building around that area. So I saw the photos, like, wow, this does not look nice. It looks like a 1990s condo. It's very cheap, 1990s condo apartment that is just stuck. And it looks like one of those apartments in around Genting also. There's the Amber
Court.
Amber Court, yeah, that kind of vibes, like very isolated. But very strangely enough, you go first floor, everything is like populous, but you go upstairs, it's like creepy. So my mom and my dad went and they said, you want go stay there lor. Then they really go and stay.
You challenge your dad of all people.
No. My mom wasn't scared. Then they stayed lah. Then I think my mom said that the place felt creepy. Yeah, but she didn't elaborate much. Maybe she saw. I think she's one of those like got the eye one, right? Will not say one. She will just keep quiet. She will just hint like, hey, this one like maybe you don't stay here. Like for example, like I'm pretty sure the hotel that I stayed in near my mom's village is haunted. I did not get good sleep. I kept sensing something in the toilet because the toilet is right beside the bed, and then the bed to the toilet has no door on. It's fucking weird layout. And she said that, hey, you okay or not? The next morning, you okay? I said, no, I just didn't have good sleep. I think the bed is shit. Then she's like, I think next time don't stay in that hotel anymore. Yeah, after that she just left it as that. So you kind of get the sense. Maybe next time I'll ask her But she just said like, I felt that the hotel a bit dim, like very dark, like just creepy. Then I kind of caught it. Yeah.
Your mother is the kind of person, right? Must watch her eyeline one.
Yeah, must watch the fucking eyeline, bro. Yeah, but I'm also like, I don't know, maybe it's because that now that I'm older and I do horror, I kind of dismiss it sometimes. I'm like, yeah. Then I just say, not everything is ghosts lah.
No, but here's the thing also, like a place like Bangkok, I would think that because it's such a populated area, like everywhere in Bangkok, like there's crowds all the time.
Yeah.
Like even at night, there's crowds. It's always lively. It's not like Singapore where like you go to the neighborhoods and then at night it's quiet. The areas that we stay, it's very bustling.
Yeah, Pratunam, yeah.
Yeah. You would think that those areas specifically shouldn't be haunted because there's so many people, right?
No, not necessarily. Because, I mean, of course, tragic death, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah. It's okay, for example, we were supposed to talk about a hotel in Singapore, but we decided not to because, very near can sue us quite easily.
Those are the exact reasons, by the way.
No lah. It's because we felt that we want to do more overseas lah.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, I think that hotel that we want to talk about is right in the middle of Singapore city center. So I don't think the fact that it's populous around the area, plays a factor. I think it's more of the tragedy. I think there could be more things that were around that area. Maybe it used to be a cemetery. I don't know. Right? Yeah. And that's where it's creepy because downstairs is so lively. You go up, then it's like quiet. Quiet. Like, wow.
But okay, so, and this is just me asking because I'm not too sure as well. If there are a lot, let's just say, don't say hotel specifically, but if there are a lot of people in the area, is it less likely for somebody to encounter something?
I think it's easier for you to dispel the bad jujus.
Yeah.
Like you buang so easier. Yeah. But at the same time, the juxtaposition is real. Yeah. But also, I would say that this kind of tragedy, when it happens, it kind of have a rippling effect.
Yeah.
So like, for example, it keeps happening. Then people will start be like, hey, this place a bit like rabak then maybe we should leave. Then you start seeing people disperse from that area. It has that kind of effect, you see.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's to that level. I think it's maybe like a few tragedies that maybe like a murder took place, an unsolved murder. Then the spirit is still there lingering. You don't know what.
I mean, okay. The hotel that we wanted to feature, but then decided against for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Like, from what I understand, it was, and to be fair, this is a lot of places in Singapore. It was part of the Japanese occupation. It was a place where people were executed. So maybe it's like you said, this kind of thing ripple. So it could be a case of the tragedy is. We're not here to play tragedy Olympics or anything but like just in terms of scale, that tragedy is very large in terms of number. So maybe that's why, like, you know, these kind of places, the level of tragedy outnumbers the number of living people that you have down there lah.
Yeah, 100%. And also like is how many people die.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pure numbers lah.
Yeah.
As horrible as it sounds,
the ghost is like, am I a fucking joke to you? Like, well, you got 10 people die, then I one person, not person, man.
No, but like, I mean, look, we can all agree like a single person getting murdered is already a tragedy. But like, there's the singular tragedy, and then there's the almost cultural level kind of tragedy.
Yeah, 100%. Then there's the. I think the curse like, you know, like Bedok Reservoir, you know, people go there unalive. There's how many already? So that level of repeatedness, it also will have that effect. Whereas like a one-off, maybe not as strong, and can be settled.
My writer brain finally figured out the word. So there's tragedy, one person, that's a tragedy, and you got like, you know, massacre and all that. Atrocities, atrocities. So it's just, they're both horrible in different ways lah.
Yeah, 100%. Like slight tangent to the place that we were talking about, the Singapore place, right?
I love how we're talking so much about it.
I'm not gonna name, but it's right next to the war memorial for our
Making it so specific really.
No, but there's a lot of hotels there. They don't know which one. There's a lot. There's like 3. You go and figure out yourself. I also never name. Even if you figure out, then it's too bad lah.
But I remember all the hotels. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
For our non-Singaporean friends, Singapore went through World War II, obviously, right? And it fell to the Japanese occupation for 3 years. And there were a lot of atrocities done to the local population, especially the Chinese. So there were a lot of sites where ethnic cleansing was done to the Chinese. They called Sukching. It's called basically killing the Chinese massacre. Recently, I actually did research for a previous Dead Air episode, and I stumbled upon this book from a Reddit user. This Reddit user was saying that there's this place in Upper East Coast Road there's this place in Upper East Coast Road where they actually found the remains of the massacre victims. They found them in the 60s. And this book was published in the 2000s. So it's a very old book published by NUS. It's talking about like what Singapore went through the atrocities that were done to the local populations. And I found that actually one of the catalysts for the war memorial was because of that site.
Oh really?
Yes, there were a lot. I think few hundred. And then I went to deep dive into the Reddit. Then there was this guy who was like, I don't know if it's true or not, but he was like, my grandfather was one of the victims. But he didn't die.
Ooh.
He said that according to his grandfather, what the Kempetai, the Japanese secret police would round the Chinese people up to a location, take them by trucks and then put them there. And at that point, I believe that it was a jungle. Put them there, line them up, and then shoot them. But before they shoot them, right, they'll ask them to dig their own graves.
Yeah.
Then they shoot them, right? Yeah. So apparently, the grandfather didn't get shot at all, but he just act dead with all the deceased. Then they just throw them all in, and then he was inside the ditch for a couple of hours. After the Japanese left, then he climbed out of the fucking shallow grave, and then he went home, walked home to Geylang.
I know there's no way for us to verify whether it's true or not that this happened to this person.
Yeah, fuck, man.
But honestly, right, I can genuinely believe it.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. So that really, struck me that also, I need to get this book. Then I went to go and buy the book.
What do you feel about this? Do you think that a site where an atrocity was committed do you think that it is better for the spirits to build something down there where there's a lot of activity, like a school, like a junior college, or do you think it's better for it to remain quiet, like Changi Beach? Changi Beach generally is, comparatively quite quiet compared to other beaches, quite quiet compared to anywhere else as well. What do you think? Do you think it's better to have something that's got more life to it at the site of an atrocity, or do you think it's better to just leave it quiet?
I think time heals all lah. There will be scars for sure. Even for trauma, right, for living human beings, let alone the deceased. I think it takes time, and I believe that is that is speculation. That is the goal of the authorities, because we've heard that there's gonna be major redevelopment in that Changi area, and I do understand it to a certain degree that Singapore don't have much land. We are not Malaysia, we're not Indonesia. We cannot keep them empty for long. So there will be needs for us to use that land but I think it's almost 85 years, 90 years going on. I think I'm sure the ritual will be done in a way whereby you appease them, and there will be memorials and heritage things that will be built to remember what happened, but at the same time refresh that whole area I do know that there are places in Europe where they actually kept it as it is. Yeah. Right? They kept it as it is to allow people to go and see. But it's Europe because it's huge. But in Singapore, I think this is a different thing. But I'm going into the whole idea of history and anthropology already but it's very interesting to see how Singapore actually does it, because we bo pian. We bo pian. What land?
When people say, "Oh, I love Carl's full-on bigness and how proud he is of it," right? I think the less celebrated part of it, right, is how you can transition so seamlessly from, that's an anthropological issue, but then bo pian lor.
It's true. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the book, I found a book already. Ironically enough, part of that site is not just that, it's that area. So Taman JC is one. The other side, right, is like where Hitachi used to be at, is at the Bedok factory area there. And it's the comment was like, talk about irony.
Yeah, boy.
Imagine if you're the deceased there, then your spirit, you confirm going to haunt the fucking factory on. Fuck you, man. Like, you kill us, then 20 years later you build a fucking factory. Nah, bae. Yeah.
Literally adding insult to injuries.
Yeah. So the book is called War, for those who are interested, it's called War, Memory and the Making of Modern Malaysia and Singapore. It's written by two Angmos, but I mean, I do have some thoughts on whitewashing history by foreigners, but I bought this book because I believe that back then the censorship plus the vetting for books in early 2000 Singapore is very different as compared to now. Now we are a bit more liberal but back then, and it's published by National University of Singapore, which is a respected university. So I think the historical factual vetting is very high at that point. So I would believe that the research was done ethically and right. So I bought it even though it was written by Angmos so if you want, you can go and buy War, Memory and the Making of Modern Malaysia and Singapore. And it's 2000s when the cover looks like this It's the war memorial photo.
It's not the photo. It's the design.
Not the layout, right?
Yeah.
Rabak, bro, the layout. Yeah. But yeah lah.
Yeah. See, if only we had what those what links. What's the term for them where you have the links? Then if they click the links, then I can't remember the term for it. If they click the links, then we get affiliate links.
Affiliate links.
Kino Kunya, please reach out. We know that you have a web store.
No, we had to get their
store head lah.
Yeah, ex store head to help us do affiliate link. He was on our show. Come on.
Hi, Kenny.
Kenny, come on, hook a brother up, bro.
Anyway, so interesting book. I might check that out as well. But yeah, I like how we went on a whole journey from Bangkok all the way back to Singapore.
Yeah.
And now we shall take since we're talking about the war, this is a very awkward segue.
I did not plan this. It just flow.
This is the one small disadvantage of having such a conversational tone today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is the segue. So now we're gonna go to Japan.
Yep.
So we're looking at a hotel that's located very close to Narita Airport. This is the Hotel Marot, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hotel Marot Narita International in Japan. It is popular with passengers who are transiting through Japan, and this includes cabin crew. One such cabin crew member was unable to sleep while staying at the hotel because she kept hearing a leaking tap and the sound of loud footsteps from the room above hers. Not a big deal lah. Like you hear this in a lot of hotels sometimes, like there will be a leaky tap on there, and then maybe the soundproofing not as good, so you hear up from the room above you, especially you got children upstairs. There's just one problem with this. She was on the top floor. So the sound of unless you tell me, right, people working on the roof, right, very loud and in the middle of the night, which I find very hard to believe.
Yep.
Something not quite right there lah. That's like to set the mood a little bit here, but the I think the more famous story around this isn't actually, well, okay, it doesn't involve ghosts, but it is creepy. So this ties to tragedy in kind of a similar way that the Bayok Sky Hotel ties to tragedy in that sense, but it's not about World War II. This goes back to 1999, and members of a cult, you can already tell where this is going.
Yep.
Members of a cult stayed they gave room number room 1272, and they stayed in there not for like a night or for a week or even 2 weeks. They stayed in there for months on end, and within that time they refused to let housekeeping come in, and then when the management asked them to leave, they refused to vacate as well. So naturally and eventually the police were called in, and police managed to get into the room itself, and in that room what they found, wrapped in a bathrobe and laying on the bed, was a mummified corpse. And it's not just any mummified corpse. This is where it's already disturbing as it gets extra disturbing. So like, just imagine first, just take a moment to imagine. You get in that room, there's all these cult members down there, you see the mummified corpse, the smell that must be permeating throughout the entire room. And then you find out later on that the corpse was one of the cult members. It was their father. So the cult leader insisted, that the man was actually still alive. And this whole, whatever this was, ceremony, ritual, whatever you want to call it, was a way to treat him for, I guess, whatever disease that he thought he had. But clearly, and the police confirmed this later on, their treatment wasn't working because this man had been dead for 4 months already.
Damn.
By that point. So when I said imagine the smell, right, now with full context, right, really try to imagine that smell. How horrible it must have been.
Rabak, bro.
I mean, look, we reference this a lot, but I think it's always worth repeating with stories like this. Whenever we had true crime podcasters on our show, we always ask them which one's scarier, people or ghosts, and they always say people. And stories like this kind of drive that point home.
But did they kill him? No.
I don't think they killed him. So from what I can tell, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody out there knows this case better. They didn't kill him. He was dying. And this was all part of a treatment.
Healing thing.
A healing process. The healing process, I mean, at some point, okay lah, they're cult members lah, so I guess a certain level of logic might be missing over there lah. At some point you would think, we're 4 months in, maybe the healing isn't working.
Pass already, Pass already.
He's 4 months. He's been dead for 4 months already.
Yeah. Then how's Yeah.
I don't know, man. Part of me almost wonders whether the treatment they were talking about, whether he was trying to because it's a mummified corpse, was he trying to resurrect the corpse or what?
Bro.
Who knows?
Yeah, but like, cult leaders are they're on another level. Like they don't appear like how you see in the movies. They are very charismatic, sometimes quite good looking, well spoken, very knowledgeable. That's how it works. That's how the whole cult thing works, right? Then you get sucked into their so-called community. Then you start believing in really ridiculous shit. All I can say is that it's good to be a Singaporean because we really screw in the education aspect. Everything is science and math, right? That aspect, I mean, for that point, it's good. So that, okay, it's very hard for us to believe in people. And then Singaporeans are quite we're a bunch of realists. We don't like to talk about the hoo-has, all this. So you tell me, this guy, he can revive a dead body. You die already, you're not dead. Your body is just in a transitional state. Yeah, so he can revive you. Then in Singapore, it's like, fuck you lah.
I like how you like to say, you say that Singaporeans don't like to talk about the hoo-ha. Here we are talking about haunted places.
Different. We are not we are the different kind of Singaporeans.
We are the different kind of we embrace a little bit of hoo-ha.
We pronounce genting as genting, not as genting. I
am sorry, okay? I've made so many jokes.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying, there's two kinds of Singaporeans. One that says genting as genting, one that says genting as genting. So which Singaporean are you?
One of us goes to Malaysia for food, one of us goes to Malaysia to top up petrol.
I go there for food lah.
I go there for food.
Oh, the food is damn good lah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's let's not get really scary here and start that debate up again, okay?
So this, I hope that they seal up the 1272 the room.
I hope they sealed up the 12th floor.
I don't think so. But I've heard rumors on the internet space when I was doom scrolling. I think I saw one no name names national carrier stewardess. She was sharing ghost stories, and she was sharing she was responding to one of her followers asking, "Oh, so when you all sleep, right, which is the scariest hotel?" And guess where she said?
I'm going to guess that she said it was this hotel.
Yeah. She didn't say this hotel in specifically. She said it's very near to Narita Airport.
Yeah.
And this hotel is right next to Narita Airport.
I'm not at all surprised because like I look at the photos of the hotel and okay lah, maybe they weren't the best photos out there. Maybe they've got better photos of the hotel and maybe it doesn't even look like that in real life. But you want to talk about like looking like The Shining. This one really does have that 70s, 80s feel to it.
Yeah, bro. Like that, and I was reading the review and Maro, this hotel, right? A lot of the reviews, even though for good reviews, right, they were saying that it looks very dated, looks very old.
Yeah.
And it's facing a fucking shrine, bro.
I mean, it's a lot going against this place. What's the rating on TripAdvisor?
Okay, I look at Google lah. 3.9.
3.9. That's not too bad. Out of 5, I assume out of 5 lah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. We will get to another hotel later on that's 3.7.
Yeah. No. Got one hotel rabak, bro.
But I look at maybe it's a specific thing for me, but that particular era, because it really does look like 70s, 80s, at best early 90s kind of feel to it. Yeah. There's something particularly creepy about hotels that are stuck in that era.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Once again, as is with the case with all of these stories, not just this hotel, but all these stories, this hotel is only allegedly haunted. Okay? Allegedly, supposedly, it's all stories that we've heard. Like you say, these are all out on the internet. We're just talking about them. Okay? So the Grand Hyatt in Taipei was once rumored to have been built on the site of a former World War II prison camp. Though the hotel has since clarified that prior to its construction in 1988, the land was occupied by a military warehouse and vehicle factory. So not like a prison camp. Okay? And a lot of historians actually do back up this claim as well. Whatever its history though, there's of course, still stories associated with the place. Guests have been overcome with this feeling of a ghostly presence in their room. Sometimes, though, the spirits make themselves known in more obvious ways. So you'll have like a random child in the corridor.
Damn.
A toilet that won't stop flushing. So a very hygienic ghost, I guess. Something messing up the guest makeup kits. This one's my favorite. Apparently also phantom snoring.
Wow.
That one, truly terrifying.
I don't know how, yeah. It's terrifying and rude.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because that one, you hear stories about people, they see ghosts, right? Then after a while, they scared, they eventually be able to fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
This one cannot.
No, you're a bastard lah.
Yeah, I know, man. Okay. So the one very interesting thing about the Grand Hyatt and Taipei is that the lobby even once had 2 Taoists, and I'm going to do this in quotes. So if y'all cannot see, if y'all listening to the audio version of this, I'm doing the air quotes. 2 Taoist talismans hanging on both sides of the lobby, supposedly to protect the guests from spirits. Though the hotel has said that these talismans were really just gifts meant for good feng shui. The rumors online, however, have even said that the back of the paintings in the more haunted rooms actually spot actual talismans. So if you go to a particular haunted room, what a lot of people say is look at the back of the painting. If there's a talisman at the back of the painting, you're in a haunted room. Since 2015, however, the talismans in the lobby have been removed because, and I quote, they did not match the hotel's newly revamped contemporary decor. End quote. I've never heard of this one. I for such a big name, you would have thought that this would be more popular.
It's very popular in the Chinese media space.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of Chinese podcasts
Right.
mainly from Hong Kong and Taiwan. So some Cantonese podcasts got reference this one. Some Taiwanese horror shows, they also got talk about this. Of course, they never name, but they show the photo there. It's very easy to find on.
Yeah.
And I got do a few trips for work to Taipei before, and then they were like, don't stay in the Grand Hyatt. Then I'm like, why? They're like, just don't. And this was the days of Airbnb. So of course we stay in Airbnb lah. What was scary was the price lah. It wasn't the ghost or anything. It was the price. I saw, wow, god damn, Grand Hyatt. No. We stay in Airbnb.
It's got grand in its name lah. I don't know what you're expecting.
But the talisman photos are true. I think we got talk about it in one of the Day Air episodes. And the photos are real.
Talismans.
A bit bastard lah. I feel like they removed the talisman. It's like, okay, it would have been better if they didn't put it at all. But if you put it there and then you remove, it's a bit.
But see, okay, that's the thing. That's working on the assumption that they're actually supposed to be talismans and not a feng shui thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I like how there's a whole theme going down there as well, where it's not just talismans. The lobby got talisman behind the paintings, in the rooms, all and everything. So very on brand throughout the hotel also.
Yeah. So there was another rumor that supposedly Jackie Chan stayed in the presidential suite, and at 3 a.m. one paranormal encounter happened, and then he left. He actually ran away from the presidential suite down to the lobby. That's a rumor lah.
Did he say what kind of encounter it was?
Huh?
Did he say what kind of encounter?
No, they didn't.
Was it Bruce Lee showing up and going, hey, you stop stealing my thing?
Okay, so I read a review from one of the local mile bloggers. Basically, they are bloggers that actually talk about how to earn airline miles.
Yeah.
So the review is Grand Hyatt Taipei review. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. It's quite entertaining. This guy confirm not scared of ghosts.
He also not scared of lawsuits. So
then he say the review was like a lot of it's actually quite flavorful reviews. The good. Then the bad is like, well-meaning yet annoying people will continually ask you if you saw anything every time you mention that you stayed there.
Wow, that means it really does have quite a reputation.
Yeah. But the photos look really good. Like the Yeah, it's a Grand Hyatt lah. Obviously.
Was this before or after the revamp?
This was after. Okay. This was after. Yeah. So the photos of the thing. Maybe they got like, really strong masters to don't even need the charms, or they drew invisible charms, which is possible.
How do you draw an invisible charm?
It's more spiritual lah.
Okay.
So like like when the masters they trying to remove an entity, right? They don't literally draw. They use their hand, they draw, and then they palm it into the person. Yeah. Maybe there's a version of that can be done to the walls, or like some part of the hotel lah. Or maybe like they just go and negotiate with the ghosts lah. And they're like, okay, we give you offerings, then you all don't fucking disturb. Then we give you like this room for you. Something
okay. See, I was about to say, someplace like Grand Hyatt, like you wanna put offering somewhere, it's gonna stand out lah.
Yeah, they put inside lah, in one room then the room will never be used lah. And then it's a business sense. It's like, the charms aren't really lah. Like if I see that, I think I will change the hotels.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, wait, you talking about the ones in the lobby or?
Yeah, the ones in the lobby.
Okay, no, the ones in the lobby. To be fair, right? If I see that, first of all, I won't be able to recognize it as like talismans. But even if I saw that, I'll just think to myself, oh, okay lah. Like what they say, it's a feng shui thing. So that's my natural assumption, that it's a feng shui thing, or it's more cultural than like any kind of protection.
I don't know.
But that's the thing. It's the ones behind the painting that were freaking out.
Okay, so what about like let's say we change it to something that's more culturally significant to you. Cross. If you see two big ass cross in the lobby, will you be scared?
Hang on, I'm trying to phrase this correctly.
Okay.
I will be scared, but not of ghosts. I will be scared that they will be evangelicals.
You know what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Like the really like
the hardcore one. Okay.
And they will try to convert me. And never judge a book by its cover, but look at me.
Okay, so you're more afraid of the people lah.
Oh, I'm definitely more afraid of the people in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I wouldn't, like, my natural assumption. Okay, let's just say the people trying to convert me aside. Okay, if I go in there and I see two crucifixes, my first instinct is not, oh, this place haunted. But maybe that's a cultural thing also, because I don't imagine. Actually, you know what? This might explain my reaction, because if I see two crucifixes in the lobby, I won't think anything of it. But if I go into the room and I see a crucifix there, that will freak me out.
Okay.
Because specifically in the room, that tells me this space, something not right. So that's why I think I'm more freaked out by the idea of discovering a talisman behind the painting than seeing two giant talismans in the lobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very fair. Okay, then you see, you say you don't know. This is a talisman.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. That's definitely a talisman.
Yeah, now you know, right? Like, imagine that's you see that, you're not scared, right?
No, but again, like I said, for me, it's, even if I know that's a talisman, right, I will assume that it's either A, a cultural thing, or B, specifically a feng shui thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't think ghosts.
Because you're in a in the place that Chinese people are lah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, imagine you see that in like France.
If I see that in France, I'll be like, these French people have no idea what this painting is, right? Unless, like, the owner of the place in France is Chinese, in which case I'll be like, nicely done, guy.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder what the charms say, because it's two different kind of talisman. Yeah, I wonder what they say. This one can ask Chitong. Maybe he knows. Like, because there's different meaning one. Some is to subdue, some is to protect, some is to attack. I don't know. Like, yeah.
We're just saying right now, like, these kind of things all we need to discuss and everything. But I can guarantee you that if we do have a fourth season of Tales from Incredible Tales, it's not going to be at the Grand Hyatt Taipei. We cannot, for some reason, wrangle and have Chitong stay there for the night. But yeah, like I said, I really wouldn't be freaked out by that. It strikes me as, maybe, okay, My other thought would be, right, the closest I'll get to having a thought about it being connected to supernatural is that because it's at it's surrounding the elevator doors, right? It's to prevent anything from, and I know ghosts don't need the elevator lah, but it's preventing the ghosts from entering the elevator and going to the rooms. So it is not trying to protect you from something that's already in there. It's trying to keep things out, which weirdly enough will just make me feel even more safe.
My theory is different in a sense whereby I'm thinking like maybe it's trying to keep something inside.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I don't know. Like seal it inside. Don't let it come out.
Okay, but if the talisman is facing outwards,
It doesn't matter, but it's still in the building.
Huh.
Yeah, it's still in the building. Usually they will step, in the doors.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why they put it beside the lift. Because the lift is the only source of opening. But
wouldn't you want it to leave?
I don't know, maybe there's a larger thing at play. I don't know. This is just my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, since we got conspiracy theory hat on, then again, it's I don't know why. Maybe my brain is trying to really try and reason this out. But to me, it's if you want to keep something in there, whatever is in there must be good for your business. What? Nobody want to keep a malevolent entity down there because it will mess up your business. What?
Don't know. That's my theory lah. Like maybe they want to keep it to protect other people. I don't know.
If they are keeping a malevolent entity, it's to be used against competitors.
I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them lah. I mean, it's documented, right? Even like the greatest food rivalry in Singapore. The two mamaks, they fight. Then they send black magic, all that kind of shit.
I knew exactly which one you were talking about.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised. Like there's a word called corporate espionage. Right? Is there a word for corporate spiritualism?
Still technically corporate espionage.
Yeah, but
just specialized field.
Yeah, specialized the Sengos. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that they might do that. Yeah. Or maybe like really there was something underneath the grounds of the hotel itself that really needed to be sealed up. Like a larger conspiracy. Like for example, like maybe the authorities like, you should help us seal this. Then we give you some tax incentive, like because there's this thing that is there. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, like they said, it's not a prison. It wasn't a World War II prison camp, which is absolutely fine. And like historians have backed up this claim as well. But I would imagine that any military institute military facility that had gone through World War II, there are some spiritual scars.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So if we're gonna put on our tinfoil hats, who knows? Like you said, it might be something from the war that they're trying to keep down there as well.
Keep the HANTU in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. A place that does have a very dark history with World War II is the now abandoned Diplomat Hotel in, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, Baguio, in the Philippines. So this hotel was originally built in 1913 as a religious retreat house. But then the war happened and became a refuge for anyone who's escaping the Japanese army. It was a refuge for a little while, but eventually it was invaded by the Kempeitai. Yeah. Kempeitai, who committed these horrible atrocities against the inhabitants. When we were doing research on this, they detailed the atrocities. I was like, I let's just go with the word atrocities and cover it because when they get the details of it, it's quite horrifying. But I will say that some of the horrible things that they did included decapitating the nuns and the priests. In the 70s, somebody thought it was a good idea to convert this building into a hotel. Like you said, over time, you cover over the scars of the war and hopefully we can move on from there. But, fine. Somebody decided this would make a good spot for a hotel.
Yep.
It is believed during this time, and I don't know how true this is, it is believed that during this time, a fire broke out in the hotel and claimed even more casualties. There have also been stories of a nurse who took her own life by jumping from the rooftop. So again, this opened in the 70s. By the 80s, it shut down and it remained abandoned for years. And it earned the reputation as, this is quite a bold statement, one of the most haunted places in the Philippines. The country on the whole, not just the area, the whole country. Unsurprisingly, some of the spirits that people have claimed to seen are Hitler's ghosts walking around, and even hearing the sounds of screams and people crying and people banging on doors and all these other like tortured noises. In 2005, however, the city acquired the property and declared it a National Historic Site. It was eventually renovated and made available to rent as a venue for functions. Which, okay lah, I mean, if you're having like big functions out there, I still find it a strange place to have like your annual dinner and dance or board of directors meeting, but hey man.
Yeah, it's still abandoned to this day.
Oh, it's still abandoned to this day?
It's still abandoned. It's still abandoned.
I wonder what happened. Like, they had these whole plans, right? To
Yeah, they were trying to rehabilitate it.
I guess trying being the key word down there lah.
Okay, so apparently, right, they have a stone crucifix on the outdoor patio of the hotel's second floor. Yeah.
See, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Okay, I think just to circle back to what we were discussing before as well. I think in this case, all the more it would not frighten me because it was a religious retreat house. So it makes sense that you got this giant stone crucifix on the second floor patio down there. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Talk about dark history, man. Like,
okay, so there's I actually went to read out a little bit about it more. It's even darker.
Oh,
so the guy who actually turned it into a hotel, he's actually quite a famous or entrepreneur and faith healer.
Yeah.
Famous for psychic surgery. So supposedly he actually died of heart attack and was diagnosed with brain hemorrhage in the 1980s.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So is it a coincidence that he took over the hotel and then within 7 years he died?
I mean,
no, not 7 years. Like within 15.
Like within 10 years.
No, about he died in 1987.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he died 14 years. 14 years. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, you would think that he would be aware of the like you said, the ripples that clearly would have affected a place like this.
Yeah. Some of the reviews that people gave is that it felt like going to Silent Hill. It's really creepy.
Wow.
Okay, so they did manage to refurbish it, but it looked like the same lah. Like there's not much difference. It's just very very
still creepy, but got nicer lights.
It's like a museum lor. So it's like still creepy lah. Yeah, and there was like one painting of the nun, bro. Now that's creepy.
Oh, come on.
Why would you paint that and then put it in the alleyway? Come on, man.
That looks like it was painted by somebody who snuck in there and like did graffiti just to creep people out.
But that's what I love about Southeast Asian. We embrace the supernatural. It is part of our culture. It is part of everything that we do and we live. Like, it's part of daily life. Maybe because like Southeast Asia actually suffered quite a fair bit during World War II. So, and because of how our people and culture are, we tie it to supernatural. So like, we're like, okay, confirm a lot of restless spirit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's true lah.
That's interesting because like, I used to discuss this with my friends, like, whenever America goes to war, how they culturally cope with the effects of that war is to make films about it. Maybe that's how Southeast Asians, that's how we culturally cope with the effects of World War II. Like to build the myth of the supernatural around places like this.
Yeah, 100%.
And like this place, like just okay, if even half of what I read about this place during the war is true, like again, this is not like the HANTU Olympics out here lah. But we talk about Old Changi Hospital, but Old Changi Hospital, yes, it's got that horrible feel to it. But the stories we hear aren't as horrific sounding as this, like full-on decapitating religious figures within the grounds.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be a heavy spiritual weight to this place already.
Yeah, they fucked up lah.
Yeah. Like, why? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but why on earth would you want to build a hotel out there?
I mean, it was already there, right?
It's already there.
So they try to convert it. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe the guy feel that he got some calling, or maybe there could be a lot of reasons. Maybe the reason was a little bit more malicious. That's why maybe he died like the way he died.
Oh yeah, it could be.
We don't know, right?
Yeah.
It's all speculative.
I mean, if I had this kind of calling, I'll hang up the phone now. It's not a calling I want to answer.
Yeah. Okay, so we move on to something that is the past is not so dark as far as we know.
As far as we know,
this is like one of my favorite cities in the world.
Yep.
Hong Kong. Okay. This hotel is called the Regal Riverside Hotel in Hong Kong, specifically in the area of Sha Tin. So this is out of Hong Kong Island. This is actually in the New Territories area already. So you're very far out of actually Kowloon also. So it's more towards the west, to the central part of New Territories, towards Shenzhen, but it's still within Hong Kong's area lah. Yeah, so it's quite, that place is quite rural, Sha Tin.
You can tell that Kyle really loves the city. None of this is in the script.
Yeah. So its overall rating in TripAdvisor last we checked is 3.7 out of 5, which is not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
But there were 2 negative reviews that actually brought the rating down for one reason, which is HANTU lah, right? So, and these are real reviews,
Yeah.
One of these guests actually was napping after they checked in when they felt the foot of their bed move up and down, like someone was tugging the mattress. They ignored this at first, but after a while it happened again, and then once more they just didn't think that it was like anything lah. Then later that afternoon they asked to move to another room on the same floor because of some construction noises from the floor above, not because of this weird disturbance. Then they tried to nap again, but then they felt a presence move past them. So imagine, right, when you're sleeping, then you're not in a deep sleep, but you can feel like someone walked past you. Then you're like, okay, maybe my mom walked past me. But when they open up their eyes, there was nothing there lah. Nothing else happened after their stay. But when they returned home, they actually found out that 10 years prior to this, actually a man was supposedly brutally murdered there. So maybe the man spirits come like, oh, this guy. Or maybe the man don't know that he already died. So he's just still lingering in the hotel.
Wow, if you want to get really dark by it, right, the pulling on the bed is him fighting for his life.
Oh my God. Okay. Then there's another guest encounter, which is a little bit more straightforward, which is, your usual TV on and off. So on and off, then the person tried to, change the room. Then the staff was like, no, you cannot change the room. But this one is like quite straightforward. So cannot change the room, then that's it. End of story. Yeah, okay lah, TV on off. The third story was from Reddit. I will link it down below. It's damn creepy.
Oh, it's bloody creepy.
Super creepy. It's quite a long story. So this user, right, I think she and her family, they are ABC. She and her brother specifically, they are I think they have roots from Hong Kong, but they moved maybe to the Americas already. So this user told the story when she and her parents first entered the hotel room. The first thought that went into their minds was like, hey, this place very rundown. Like all the other hotels that we mentioned, right? It's like, they got the same vibe one, like a bit stuck in the 80s or the 90s, bit like not well maintained. So the lights were flickering in the closed cupboard. There's this weird greenish tint to the lights in the bathroom. Wow, that fucking hate that. And while using the bathroom, she actually got the sense that she was being watched. And her brother, who used the bathroom after her, also had the same feeling. So one day, right after shopping, right, the family came back to the room, right, to find that the lights in the bathroom had changed, but the vibes is completely no longer creepy. But then something else happened. So the brother noticed that the aircon has been set to a super low temperature, which is actually not possible because the max is 18, right? But this was set at 11 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. Then neither did the OP and her parents actually change. And OP, right, actually has asthma. So she cannot take temperatures below 18. If not, the asthma will attack. So she's like, why is this happening? And then obviously they changed back. And this whole time, right, the parents were like they don't know lah. They don't know that this place is like a bit weird. Like, only the siblings know lah. They gave each other looks. And then on the way to the dinner, they cannot take it anymore because they were there for 10 days. They were like, we need to tell our parents. So they told them what they were feeling. And then that's when OP realized that the brother's experience was much more than hers. It's just that the brother didn't tell her that much. So on the first day, right, when the brother felt that he was being watched in the bathroom, right, he also heard someone called him. Called his name, but it's not his name, his nickname, where, you know, your family members will call you, like maybe boy, that kind of thing, like only your parents or your siblings will call you. And then it almost felt like that thing was making fun and trying to attract the brother. This whole time, right, the OP and the parents were outside lah. So it could not be them going to the toilet, what, like, but they were outside lah. So who was that? And then it didn't stop there. The second day, the brother actually saw a pair of dark footprints next to the toilet, almost as if there was someone, like they were stepping in the water and then, you know, going into the toilet with him. And while he was showering, he just glanced at the mirror, and the mirror was a full-length mirror, so it's very creepy. He glanced at the mirror and then he saw a woman with long dark hair standing next to the toilet, looking at him. But I don't think you can see the eyes, but because the hair was covering it, but like obviously looking
facing
at him.
lah.
Yeah, that's when, you know, when they were telling these stories, that's when things started to click for the family, because they were sharing experiences with each other. And the cleaner, right, for instance, right, they will always come in. They will come into the room to help them, you know, change the toiletries, give them fresh water. And then every time, right, before the cleaner entered the toilet, even though there was no one, the whole family was just outside, she would knock the toilet door for some weird reason. And they were like, why? The mom particularly noticed that. And then they always realized that when they went out, the housekeeping, right, would make their beds in a manner where it's like very half-assed one, like very, very fast, like almost like they were in a hurry to get out of the room. So they knew lah, the staff knew that, you know, something is in there lah, and the staff would also give them weird looks, specifically them, because they stay in that room. After they discussed, the OP's mother decided that, okay, we need to change rooms, right? She basically came to a conclusion that the female ghost actually wanted to latch onto the son, because he actually saw her, like the manifestation of the ghost, and was like directly calling out to him.
Yeah.
And because maybe the sister had some energy, was kind of protecting the brother, so the ghost was trying to get rid of her by, you know, reducing the temperature even below than it could, so that she would get an asthma attack or something. So they were like, okay, we need to change rooms. So they went to the hotel receptionist, and then the hotel receptionist was like, okay lor, I will just change your room, and then give them a room above that initial room. The family quickly packed up, but this is where like the brilliance is there. Even though she ABC, the OP, she was like, okay guys, let's not bring anything from the room to the new room.
Cultural memories.
Let's just like, you know, let's just like all the bad jujus that's gone. We just take our belongings, anything that's from the room, the toiletries, the brush, I don't care, we just don't take. Then the mom actually forgot, and maybe it's a Asian auntie thing lah. Took a bottle of water from the haunted room and put it in the left handbag, and then she went back to the new room. And then as they were greeted with the new room, is no more creepy green tin in the toilet, no creepy vibes, looks better. So they rest lah. But that night, because of that bottle, OP actually woke up suddenly, had that sense of fear and very dark feeling that there was something that was watching her. So when she actually finally gathered the courage to go and look at where that feeling was, which is like at the door, right beside the door is where the water bottle was. That's where she saw it. She saw a dark silhouette of a person standing next to the mom's handbag where the water bottle was inside. Somehow, she managed to fall back asleep after turning away from the figure, which is like, if it was me, I think it would be very hard. But she managed to go back to sleep. The next morning, the mom actually put her Buddhist beads on the water bottle itself to kind of suppress it. And then she was like, okay, we have to throw this, but we cannot throw it near here. We need to bring it very far. So they went to a shopping mall and then the mom just threw it away.
Literal buang suay.
Yeah, literal buang suay. And then after that, they threw already. Then, nothing happened for the rest of the holiday. But that's quite an experience. Yeah. I actually, strangely enough, I was talking to Danny. Danny was like telling, Hong Kong seems to have a lot of ghosts. Like,
It's so populated.
Yeah, it's very dense. Also, went through World War II. And Chinese people are quite the believers. So I'm not surprised because Sha Tin is so... It's nowhere near Tak Tak school. Where is the famous Hong Kong haunted school, right? It's on the other side. That one is Tui Mun.
Yeah, Tak Tak is, okay, if I remember right, it's quite a secluded area.
Yeah, so is this whole area, or both of these areas are also secluded because they are not anywhere near the sea. So for example, like maybe Tak Tak is like the equivalent of Punggol, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor people in Punggol.
No, I'm not saying that. It's like it's not
it's not central.
It's not central. Then this one is probably Woodlands. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and if you look at the map, you see it's like very far from everywhere. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's near a lake, a river. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that this. I'm not surprised. Actually, kind of want to go to see. Yeah. So I think Fa also told us that. I think Fa and Raihan separately they told us that like the entities like to stay in water. And even in the Chinese belief, the belief is water is yin. And it can carry entities lah. So I'm not surprised. That's why like a lot of people tend to drown in water. Yeah, I completely unrelated. I was watching this Angmo guy. He's like this guy who likes to sail. So he was sailing around the world and in his tiny yacht, and he was sailing in Singapore. So he came to Singapore and then he was sailing to all the different islands like St. John. He stayed one night in St. John. Fucking creepy, bro. Imagine you one person. Then he put anchor, then he stay. Then he was like, okay, I'm done tonight. Then he go another place. He stayed in Pulau HANTU, like right next to Pulau HANTU.
But St. John's now, it's okay lah. It's still I'm sure it's still creepy at night, but I imagine there's more people staying there overnight these days, right?
No, I don't think as much lah. But a lot of the people that go there is the the yacht party kind of people. But it's like not overnight one. It's like by like 8 p.m. they zao already. I would say that anywhere that is near like a large body of water tends to be more yin lah. If you think about it, like Bedok Reservoir, East Coast Park, Kampong Wat Hassan, Changi.
I mean, yeah. All right, we've gone through what is it, like 6 hotels at this point?
Yeah.
So let's start to wrap things up a little bit. So finally, our last one, we're heading to Surabaya in Indonesia, specifically the Majapahit Hotel. It's a grand establishment that was originally built in 1910 with a rich and unfortunately bloody history. So the 1945 Surabaya insurgency actually took place on the hotel's grounds, where Indonesian independence fighters battled against Dutch colonial rule. So both sides naturally in a conflict like this would suffer like many losses. And that means over time, many spirits are roaming the halls of this hotel. So spirits of some casualties still haunt the hotel's halls. The most famous of which, and this, you would think of this more, and granted they are fighting against Dutch colonial rule, so it does make sense. But you would think of this more in terms of like castles in Europe and everything. Crying women and ghostly soldiers in the hotel's Bromo room.
Bromo.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea of like the crying European women, it's very castle in Europe. It's like, and then like screaming around it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Cause confirm they will have some some kills on it.
Oh,
of the colonizers. So I'm not surprised that there will be some Ang Moh ghosts there.
I mean, look, quite frankly, right, even if there wasn't that battle down there, right, the place is built in 1910. Okay? With that much history behind you, we're looking at more than 100 years already, no? More than 100 years, of course lah, you're going to get stories of ghosts. Whether or not it's actually haunted, right, it doesn't really matter if it's that old.
It's a separate thing.
Yeah, it's a whole separate thing altogether. If it's that old, and then you add in all that death. Wow.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised that, when granted, maybe I'm missing out a few things. When we're doing research on this, like the stories are mostly about the crying European women and the ghostly soldiers. I imagine there'll be a whole lot more. But to be fair, crying European ghosts and ghostly soldiers, kind of more than enough already lah.
Like when I put in like the hotel name, right, then the second thing is haunted.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've looked at the whole list of all these famous hotels and all the stories that we can find online about them. Do you personally have hotel ghost stories yourself?
Yeah, 100%. But I will let you share first.
Okay.
Because I know your one quite scary.
Yeah, it's I don't know whether scary is the right word. Because, and I say that not because of the story itself, but because of who told it to me. My father. The same person who I'm sure quite a number of our viewers know, the same person who encountered a Kak P once and his first reaction was to go, why hello? So my dad used to work at a hotel in, let's just say, the Changi area. Okay, whether Carl choose to reveal which hotel it was or not, I will say that this hotel has gone through a rebranding and some versions of it have closed down and a new version has come up and all that. But that's it. It's the specific location of this hotel. And my dad used to work front desk. I think he was front desk manager at the time. And he would be front desk manager and his shift would usually be at night. So the area itself, I mean, already got a lot of drunken rowdiness in the area. So he's seen a lot of somewhat entertaining stuff happening down there. But the two stories I remember him telling me about this particular hotel, one of which I find slightly more believable than the other. So I'll tell you the one that I find slightly more believable. And it's not a story, it's just literally something that he saw. So there was a room in that hotel, like a guest came running down to him and said like, oh, there's like something supernatural is happening in my room. And like, obviously, not that comes like, excuse me, sir, there's a ghost in my room. No, it's nothing like that. He came down screaming, he's like, something's happening. So my dad and like his staff would follow him up and they'll open the room door. And it almost seems like something out of a movie, but this is definitely the more believable stories. Literally furniture flying around or items in the room just flying around. So it's straight up a poltergeist. It's a ghost that's just manifesting by violently throwing everything around. Naturally, of course, the guy got a separate room. They closed the door. I don't remember what my dad said. I'm sure some kind of spiritual help was called in.
So he saw
he saw
the thing levitating.
Again, this is my father, so maybe not grain of salt, maybe a rock of salt.
Okay, so he saw the thing levitating.
It wasn't just levitating, it was being thrown around the room.
Thrown to him or thrown
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. Whatever this wasn't targeting the people outside because they were all standing outside at this point. Nobody wanted to go in. It was just shit getting tossed around.
So there were a group of them watching the thing happening.
So the guest, obviously when the guest was in the room, he was in the middle of it at the time. Then he zao. Then he went down to front desk. I don't know what he thought maybe front desk could do lah. But to be fair, who else going to turn to? He went down to front desk and said essentially, he was probably going, but probably what he was trying to say is there's shit happening in my room, can you come and help? So my dad and a few of his staff would just go up and you open door, really what you gonna do? You just open door and you watch ghostly tennis match.
No, monkey.
Monkey?
They play monkey, you know monkey? You throw thing, then the ghost in the middle, hey bro, I cannot catch. Then two the other ghosts.
It's the two ghosts, then the human is the monkey.
Yeah, you're playing monkey.
Yeah, so they just and it's advanced monkey. It's not just one item one, it's a whole bunch of items one.
That means there were a lot of them. Party.
I guess so. Ghostly rock band.
The guest is Ang Mo lah.
I believe it was Ang Mo.
Caucasian lah.
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, it was Ang Mo. Again, my dad, it's weird, my dad never really told ghost stories, but he used to tell ghost stories about this place when I was young. That whole Kak P story, I didn't find out until a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But this one he told me when I was young.
So then they after that they changed the room obviously for the guy.
Obviously, they changed the guy.
Then the staff how? All the staff inside the room they have to go and take
leave the stuff down there lah.
God damn.
I imagine the guest is also what kind of dick do you have to be to go? Well, my shit's inside the room. Can you go help me take it?
Then gotta throw.
That's why.
Okay.
At that point in time, I was okay lah. You want to complain about our service? Fine lah. We will clean your room nicely. We will be polite to you. We're not gonna fight ghosts.
Then okay. So then they they basically get some help lah.
I'm sure they my dad never really elaborated on this point, and I was a kid when I heard the story, so it's not I give him follow-up questions. But I imagine because this is not even the only story, like I said. So I'm sure that they must have gotten, if not them in particular during my dad's time, I'm sure that hotel must have had enough incidents happen within its grounds that there must, I don't know, maybe they got BOMO on speed dial or what. I don't know.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm sure they had some kind of protocol for something like this.
Okay.
The second story the second incident, don't say story, is this one I find a little bit hard to believe.
Okay.
And because it seems like something that, it couldn't have you can't brush this under the rug. If you got a poltergeist throwing shit around the room and then 5 people see it, okay lah, fine lah. 5 people, you tell other people, so other people's I don't believe you. And then if you're somebody like my father who exaggerates a lot, all the more people won't believe you. This one I find very hard to believe because my dad said that there was once where he actually saw a ghostly bus pull up in front of the hotel and spirits just come off the bus. And then after a while...
God damn.
Yeah, that's why. Got bus all.
Okay, then?
So the spirits would come off the bus. They wouldn't enter the hotel. They were sent out of the hotel. Then after a while, the bus and the spirits just vanished.
He himself saw.
He himself saw it. Again, correct. This sounds like when people wonder to themselves, how did Wayne find a career in writing and telling stories? Here's my secret origin lah. My father quite the exaggerator in that sense. So I don't know whether yes, he's exaggerating, but I do wonder whether there's that small kernel of truth down there. Maybe not ghost bus. Maybe he saw
minivan.
Taxi lah. Taxi lah. Last time no Grab. Taxi.
Okay.
But I can imagine if he saw ghostly figures walking up to, because in the middle of the night, at some point, no matter how rowdy the area, people are just going to be either drunk or they go home or whatever it is. And there will be a point at some point in the night, maybe about 4 o'clock in the morning, where things just get very quiet. So I genuinely can believe that while he was at front desk, he saw spirits come up to the door and then just vanish. The bus, I feel like, might be a slight exaggeration on his part lah.
Yeah. So here's my theory lah on this. Before I tell my story, because the hotel is facing the terminal where you take the bump boats to Pulau Ubin.
Yeah.
For our non-Singaporean friends, when we have this small little island that is mostly like very old village, not many people staying, but we go, it's kind of like a tourist spot, but you need to take a boat from the Changi ferry terminal.
Yeah.
And actually that ferry terminal also has boats to Malaysia, some island in Malaysia, because it's very near.
Yeah.
So you can take, so that place also serves as a ferry terminal for people to go and scatter ash.
Yeah.
Every time I take the boats to Pulau Ubin, will have that sense because it's really right out in the open. There's like a place for you to park the car. They usually park the car. Then you can tell it's a car that carries the deceased. Then you see the relatives of the deceased come out with the urn. Then they will have like the umbrella. There will be a Taoist priest or a priest, and they will bring like a incense, depending on the religion. But they usually do it because they will scatter the ashes off Pulau Ubin, off the island of Pulau, off Pulau Ubin. Some waters off. There's a specific portion for them to do that. Yeah. So then it goes back to the whole body of water thing lah.
Yep.
And it's literally facing that. It's very creepy. So maybe that's true because this practice has been done for years.
Yeah.
And can you imagine like Changi, maybe this was 80s, his stories came from 80s.
This was early 90s.
90s. So even more like ulu, like now a bit more lively. Like 90s quiet. It's very quiet, Changi. So I can believe that. But my question would be like, how come you can see? Do you have the third eye, bro?
He does not have the third eye, but also
what makes you think that he don't have the third eye? Maybe he have.
If he had, look, you've met my father. If my father had the third eye, he would not shut up about it.
He will show his friend that, you see, I got third eyes.
Correct.
So I buy from Shopee one.
Correct. I ordered online. I saw on TikTok they selling third eye.
TikTok shop.
Yeah. I love my dad, but like if he had the third eye, he would tell everyone he had the third eye.
Fair.
I feel, and that's the thing, like all my dad's stories, right? Or at least the ones that he's told me so far. This one in Changi, the one at Charlton, they all take place at spots that are famously quite grass. So I feel like it's not that he's got the third eye. I feel like just by being in those areas, the odds of you seeing whether you got third eye or not are much higher.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Relatively,
I do like the theory, the fact that it's facing the ferry terminal, and then that makes sense.
So like there was a period of time where I go there. There's a bar that I go there and drink quite often, and there's a car park right next to the ferry terminal. Yeah, and I will try to tell my friend not to park nearby there because it's always where the funeral people, they will park their car there, right beside. So there was one time we go, right, literally I saw the car, I said, hey, don't park near this car. Yeah. This one confirm got put ashes of deceased on park the other side. Yeah. So we try to avoid lah. Not say that, it's not that we want to, not be near, it's just that you try your best not to avoid all these negative energies as much as you can. Someone is Changi. We're gonna go drink until don't know what time. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, on to my story. My story is a very short one, and I believe I have told it before. It happened last year actually. Last year I went to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for a short trip. Then we stayed in this really spanky new 4-star hotel. Just me and my wife. And I had no notion of ghosts or horror in my mind. I was on break. So I wasn't doing anything horror. And I wasn't working. I was just chilling. Right? And so we went to bed at quite late, like midnight, after watching some shows. And then she said, I slept quite quickly. But then I'm quite the light sleeper lah. So anything I can hear. I didn't hear anything. I just felt someone pull my leg.
Basket.
Yeah. But it's almost like the pull, right? It's not like I didn't feel a hand, but I felt a pull. So it's very weird. It's like there must be a hand to pull you. What?
Yeah.
But I didn't feel anything because if I felt a hand, that if it's a ghost, it should be cold, right? But I felt nothing. But I still felt a pull. Then I got jolted awake. So I wanted to see what the hell just pulled me, right? I was pissed off because I was tired. Then naturally, the first thing you do is I sit up and I look lah. Then I just said that I'm here to sleep and enjoy myself for the next 3 days. Please do not disturb me, okay? Then I said something along the lines of 井水不犯河水. That means that if you don't disturb me, I will not disturb you. It's like kind of like a threat and a warning at the same time. Like, you don't disturb me, I don't disturb you. Okay? Peace, Then I went back to sleep. Then nothing happened after that.
Can I say, when you said like, you weren't thinking about anything horror, the first thing that came to my mind was, you don't choose the HANTU life. The HANTU life chooses you.
Fair enough. Actually, I did do okay lah. I did do. No, I forgot that I did a collab. I actually collab with I actually shot a data episode in his studios. Calvin, Cal lah,
Was this This wasn't the Yamcha ones, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yamcha one was remote.
Yeah.
This was something else.
Interesting. Like, okay, when you told that story, my slightly skeptical brain was, muscle spasm.
Yeah, it could be.
Because that's why you didn't feel hand. But also at the same time, and if anybody has had I'm very curious. I'm genuinely very curious because you said like, if a hand pulls you, the hand will feel cold. But if it is a ghost,
you shouldn't have any feeling at all.
Exactly. Would you have? So it's a weird request. But anybody who's watching this, if something like this has happened to you, where you felt something pull your leg while you're in bed, did you feel an actual hand, cold, warm, whatever it is, or was it just the feeling of being pulled, but there's no actual feeling of a hand pulling you? I'm very curious about that.
This was like almost 2 years already lah. Because this was done in this day air episode went live last year July. So it was quite a creepy episode. I remember like when Calvin was telling us like the story of like this condo with a ghost in it that his friend stayed in.
There's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those.
So that hotel, I will still stay because the hotel didn't give me any weird vibes, and I'm quite sensitive to that. I think it was a one-off thing, and I need to preface this: that thing that happened to me was before I recorded that day episode. It wasn't after; it was before. So I don't know.
I'm curious. Okay, so you've traveled quite a bit for work. When you go to hotels, give a rough percentage lah. How often do you go to a hotel and then you get a creepy feeling?
Only in the last 10 years, only 3 times. Two of which was in the same trip that I did. I did a Southeast Asian project that required me to fly to all Southeast Asian ASEAN countries. This was before Timor-Leste joined ASEAN lah. So in Myanmar, that one was the most strong one. Super strong. That feeling was like
end of the corridor, right? That was one.
No, it wasn't. Myanmar one was even before I entered. I went to the lift. They had like garlands on the lift. But apparently, I asked my Myanmar friend. She's like, "Oh yeah, this one very common. This is
okay. So it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. They believe in, I think, Buddhism and Hinduism. And went up. Then the room itself was creepy. I told this story before already. We go into the room. The room is at the back of the lift. And it had no window.
Yes, I remember.
And the room was like, they had like 6 beds.
Yeah.
And 1 person.
Yeah.
The moment I opened, I felt the dampness. I felt super off. I'm like, I cannot. If I stay tonight, I think I will see a ghost.
Yeah.
So I did I just told him like, hey, this room cannot, the smell. I said the smell, then change room. The second room wasn't any better. It was slightly better, but I did not get much sleep. I think like 3 hours. It was so bad, guys. I actually cut short my trip. Like I finished my work, obviously, because I'm a dedicated worker. I finished my work. I booked the nearest flight and I went back. I went back with my clients. I was supposed to stay one more night to enjoy the city. My friend actually, hey, you bring it out lah. Then I'm like, okay. Then after that, I cut short my trip. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not gonna do it. That hotel really creeped me up. Even though I didn't see anything, I didn't experience anything yet. But I did not feel good vibes.
I remember this story.
Even the shower I take, like really army style, 2 minutes I've done. I cannot take it, bro. That room, that room is room of nightmares. Then the second one was in Brunei. But that one is more like, it wasn't that the hotel is very haunted. It's more like it's very empty. Like because I think at that point, I think now people are slowly exploring Brunei, but at that point, not many people are going to Brunei. And the hotel was right on one of their main malls. It's on top of a mall, which is quite strange. And the corridors were very long, shining style, even darker than the Shining Hotel. Not many people. And this is nothing against the religion, but like I just feel very creeped out when I hear prayer. So they always have the
call to prayer, is it?
Call to prayer, the morning one and the dusk one, right?
Yeah.
And then it's very loud.
Yeah.
And imagine you're alone. Like I am the only room in my whole row. I don't know why they cannot give me the room that is nearest to the lift, or they give me the one in the center, bastard. And then got the reverb, bro. Fucking creepy. Fucking creepy.
I mean, like we already said if you hear any prayers in a room already,
it's damn creepy. It's damn creepy. Yeah. I don't care what religion is. I hear it in a hotel room, religious, I feel very creeped out. Then I blast the TV. I think when they were playing like Godfather or something, I blast it. That was creepy, but I didn't feel like it was haunted. I feel like it's very empty. So maybe there were spirits that were staying with me. But Brunei was fine. That was quite mild. And then the third one was, of course, this resort hotel that I stayed in Chiang Rai. That's near my mom's village. That one got vibes. But I was there because I was there to visit family. So I was very like, okay, I have a purpose to be here. So you fuck off. Like don't disturb me. Like you do your thing, I do my thing. Okay, you go and linger in the toilet, don't come and disturb me. But of course I cannot sleep. I keep feeling like got someone inside the toilet looking at me. I get the sense that it was a very old spirit. It was like a spirit of an old man that was looking at us while I was asleep. My wife also didn't have good sleep. She slept okay, but she didn't have good sleep. Not like the 100%. And that hotel, like the weird thing about this hotel is that it's an open air hotel. Meaning to say, when you open it's like one of those
villas, is it?
Motels. It's a motel, but it's a really nice hotel. It's really like it's by the river, like it's very resort vibe. But you open the door, then it's facing the main road, but it's like a square. But it's not air conditioned. Only inside your room there is air conditioned open.
Right.
So there were a lot of bugs and stuff. And then right in the middle there was a huge Buddha statue. But for me, I thought it was normal because it's Thailand, right? But apparently it's not. Yeah. Then we had balconies that's facing the river. Obviously, I didn't open. I tried opening the balcony and a lot of bugs flew in. Then I was like, faster close because it's right by the Mekong River.
Wow.
And then outside, a lot of chicha. Wow, max level on the chicha.
That was my next thought. A lot of bugs, confirm got a lot of chicha.
Bro, like it's so much. They was chirping whole night. Wow. So maybe that was one of the reasons that I didn't sleep well.
Probably.
But yeah, so these 3 times. The rest are like pretty chill. Pretty chill. Yeah. So I think considering my background, I think is quite good already. Yeah,
that's why I was asking, because like I figure if you can feel, don't say see lah, if you can feel, I'd be curious, like, because in my head when I think about going to hotels, and I don't know whether this is just, I don't think it's a supernatural thing, but I generally, it takes me a while to get comfortable in a hotel because it is, no matter how nice the place is, right, it is not the place I'm used to sleeping. It's not the place I'm used to putting my stuff and then resting down there.
Yeah.
So I generally, when I get into hotels, I always feel a little bit uneasy. I don't think it's a supernatural thing. I think it's just me not being able to adjust.
No, and also depends on your state of mind.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I never get that feeling in Japan. Maybe because I love Japan so much.
Maybe.
I never get that feeling at all. Okay, once in Okinawa. But I think Okinawa is very, very different from mainland Japan. Very different. The vibe is very different. Yeah.
Actually, no, that's the funny, it suddenly just occurred to me. That's the funny thing. When I went to Japan with a couple of our friends, like the place we stayed at in Tokyo was not exactly a hostel, like maybe atas hostel. And for me, it wasn't like a proper hotel. For me, that one, I didn't get vibes. And I suspect because it didn't, like, if you go to a hotel, it's supposed to be comfortable. You're supposed to be able to rest down there.
Yeah.
And it's not like this place wasn't comfortable, but it feels very transient. It feels like you're here for a short period of time, then you one. So maybe that's why I didn't get vibes from that one. But I don't know.
Are you supposed to get vibes from that?
No, but like, not vibes but like the level of I cannot settle down kind of thing.
Yeah, now I can't do Airbnbs really. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I really cannot because
that one is even worse.
One is like
house.
the whole like there's a lot of people that are doing spy cams, and two is like I don't know. I feel like it's not as clean as a hotel.
Yeah, and it's somebody's house. What like how clean can you expect?
And also like like there could be murders.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, so you don't know. Maybe it's a haunted house.
Hey man, you can have murders anywhere.
Yeah, but hotel, you imagine like your organization, right? You would do your best to cleanse it. But if you're an Airbnb owner, I mean, I get it. You hustle, but like if someone died in that house,
you hire physical cleaners.
You try. Yeah. Fair.
All right. I hope all of you who are watching this while you're on vacation, I hope your hotel feels nice and clean in every way.
How's the turkey? Nice? Dry?
The turkey.
The Christmas episode.
Okay lah. I was talking about hotel, then suddenly you like, take left turn to turkey. I hope your turkey is nice. I hope we've got enough cranberry sauce to go with it.
Yeah. I hope you're not too freaked out in your hotel room while eating the turkey.
Yes. Although to be fair, if you're eating turkey in a hotel room, it sounds like a very comfortable position.
Yeah. 100%.
But that's it for this episode. Our last episode of Dead Air for the year.
For the year,
don't worry. That pause between last episode and for the year was a bit too long. Sorry about that. So wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We will see all of you in 2026.
Hopefully for Tales also.
Hopefully.
We'll see you all for 2026 for Dead Air, and of course Ghost Maps will be coming back for 2026, and then hopefully for Tales and more of Courage lah. Yeah.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. And remember, just because they're stories, it doesn't mean they are not true. Good night, everyone. Happy New Year. Bye. If you want to stay up to date on HANTU or listen to our other podcasts like Ghost Maps, subscribe now and follow us on social media. Look for We Are HANTU or click the links in the description. You can also be one of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Air is a HANTU production, hosted by Kyle Ong and Wayne Ray, with album art by Jolene Lim, and recorded on Audio Technica mics.